Music is a very important part of my life. You may think back to the beginning of the semester when I spoke of music, specifically being in marching band, and how it has affected me socially. This time, I'll be talking to you how it has affected me personally. The ways that it has is it helped me express myself in many ways that I never thought possible. It has increased my ability to multitask, and it has also helped my speech pattern and the inflections and where I choose to put them in my sentences. When I was in 5th grade, I heard of the band program at my elementary school. I got really excited because I've always wanted to play an instrument. It was my passion for the longest time, and the instrument that I really wanted to learn at the time was to play the flute. So I dragged my parents to the instrument rental night, and we rented a flute. Throughout the year, we had many practice sessions every Wednesday for band. We would learn the basic music notation and how to read music and how to play our instruments in general. By the end of the year, I realized even though that I was good at the flute, it wasn't really what I wanted. So going into 6th grade, I picked up the alto saxophone, and I played that from 6th grade until my last year of high school. Middle school and high school was when I realized that music was a really big interest of mine. I love the way that each instrument had its own part in the band and how all the instruments together could make a beautiful piece that what we hear today at orchestra concerts. What also interested me was music theory and learning how other instruments worked. I ended up teaching myself how to play the piano, the guitar, and the ukulele. Learning these 4 instruments really helped me to express myself. Now I'm the one that gets to make the music the way I feel it should sound, instead of playing someone else's adaptation or their own original piece. My personality shows through each piece that I write, as well as the emotion that I'm trying to convey. Learning these 4 instruments has helped me to express myself for that reason exactly. Music has also increased my ability to multitask. Before, I was a really bad multitasker and I couldn't do more than 2 things at once, perhaps. Now after band, I can do so many more things at once. During a performance or during rehearsal time, there are many ways that you have to multitask. You have to keep in time with the music and the conductor. You have to flip the pages of your music. And you also have to actively listen to everyone else around you and match your tone to them. It may not seem that hard, but it really is. You have to be aware of how your fingers move. You have to be consciously aware of not just yourself, and be aware of everyone. The last way that band has affected me is it helps my speech pattern and the places where I add my inflections into my sentences. In the music we read, there are these things called crescendos and decrescendos. Crescendos is when the music gradually gets louder, and decrescendos are when the music gradually gets softer. Crescendos usually occur when there's a really high peak in the music and it's very dramatic, and decrescendos usually follow to add to the subtlety and lead into the next transition. When you say a sentence, you don't end it off on a high-pitched note like this, but you end it off with your voice sort of traveling down. There are also accents in music, not like the accents from France, Mexico, or Germany, or any of those kinds of accents, but accents that add like a little punch to the piece that you're playing. Accents usually add emphasis to the note that you're playing, and they make them stick out above all others. Plus, if it's a repeated series of notes, then it distinguishes each note. Accents are also related to speaking because, honestly, if you talked like this with no accent or any inflection in your voice, it would be really boring and you wouldn't know when the sentence would end. If I were to add these so-called accents into my sentence, it's more like a natural speaking tone that we use every day. Music has also taught me different tones of speech that I should use and which are appropriate. In music, very slow and soft pieces are really generalized as very calm and quiet and reserved, or usually sad. Whereas with the opposite, when you're very upset with someone, you're not gonna baby them and be like, "Oh, I'm so mad at you. It's okay, I'm sorry. I'm so mad at you, I hate you, but it's okay, it's not your fault." These general tones of music have helped how I approach the situation and what kind of tone of voice I should use. The way my speech pattern, my ability to multitask, and the ways that I express myself have been affected by music astound me. Honestly, before I ever picked up my instrument or even got into band, I didn't think that I would end up to be the person I am now. The ways that I can express myself from writing music and playing it, the fact that I can do more than one thing at once is great. And the way that I'm able to talk and add certain inflections in certain places of my sentences to give a different meaning, all came from music. And it's great. Music's very important to me, and I don't think it's something that I'll stop anytime soon.